2. Lionheart. Alfred was as far from an ordinary 12-year-old boy as you can imagine. Inside, he felt ordinary, but he'd been told time and time again by grown-ups that he was anything but. Alfred was not just plain old Alfred, he was Prince Alfred. His father was the king. One day he himself would be crowned king. King Alfred II, ruler of Britain and all its people. The strange thing was that he had become king of a kingdom he never set foot in. Not once had he set foot outside of Buckingham Palace. The boy's sad face could often be glimpsed at his bedroom window at the very top of the building. Just above his window, a flag flew on the roof of the palace. For hundreds of years it had been the Union Jack, the red, white and blue flag of the United Kingdom. Now a very different flag flew, one that the Lord Protector himself had instigated. It was a black flag with a golden griffin at its centre. This was the symbol of the new order of things. Britain now had no government, so no Prime Minister or politicians representing the people. It also had no police force. Instead, the King's personal army, the Royal Guards, enforced the rule of law. Buckingham Palace had been home to the British royal family for centuries, since the time of George III. From his history books, Alfred had learned that it had become a royal residence way back in 1761. The palace used to be a sanctuary. Now it was a fortress. Members of the Royal Guard were stationed all along the perimeter wall. Soldiers were instantly recognisable by their long flowing red robes, hoods and horrifying gold skull masks. On their arms they wore black bands with a golden griffin at the centre, just like on the flag. Despite looking almost medieval, the Royal Guards were armed with laser guns. Just one zap was enough to blast someone into oblivion. These soldiers guarded those who lived inside Buckingham Palace. The palace had seen better days. The carpets were worn and the wallpaper was peeling off the walls, but it was still a special place. The prince's bedroom was furnished only with antiques. He slept on a four-poster bed in silk pyjamas, though the bed creaked and the pyjamas had holes in them. The palace kitchen was stocked with every dish imaginable, as long as it came out of a tin. There were food stocks to last 100 years or more. Alfred was safe inside the palace. So he thought. The boy pressed his face close to the windows to the dome roof of St Paul's Cathedral caved in. Despite the horror, Alfred couldn't look away. Then in an instant he became distracted. There was a commotion in the corridor. He could hear a struggle and shouts just beyond his bedroom door. "Take your filthy hands off me! How dare you! I am your queen!" It was his mother's voice. As fast as he could, which wasn't very fast, Alfred limped across the bedroom and opened the door. The Queen was being held roughly by two members of the Royal Guard. They were meant to protect the royal family, so why were they dragging her along as if she was a criminal? These were strange times, but this was the strangest time of all. "Mama!" cried Alfred after her. The Queen was wearing her long laced nightdress and one slipper. Even though she was being manhandled, she was trying to maintain some sense of dignity. This was a lady who prided herself on never having her hair out of place. Alfred had not seen his mother without her hair perfectly lacquered in a do, and her face painted with makeup. Right now her do was unravelling fast. Instead of makeup, her face was covered with thick night cream. She looked a sight. Alfred idolised his mother, and it was weird seeing her like this. "Alfred!" she shouted over her shoulder, struggling with the soldiers trying to make them stop. Because their faces were hidden behind gold skull masks, it was impossible to guess what they were thinking. The Royal Guards remained silent throughout, which only added to the sense that this was a nightmare. "Mama, where are they taking you?" demanded Alfred. "Get back inside your room, Alfred, and lock the door!" she shouted back. "But now, and promise me you'll stay there." The boy did not reply. "Promise," she pleaded. "I promise," he mumbled. Shocked at what he just witnessed, Alfred retreated and slammed his bedroom door shut. Stum! He stood dead still, unable to move. It was as if he were underwater. That too made it feel like being in a nightmare. But this was no nightmare. This was really happening. As if to prove that, tears welled in the boy's eyes and streamed down his face. His mother, who he loved more than anyone, was being dragged away in the night, and he was helpless to stop it. Alfred looked round his bedroom. There were silver-framed photographs of her everywhere. In each picture, the boy was basking in the glow of her face. In one of the photographs, Alfred was dressed up in a suit of armour as Richard the Lionheart, Richard I, who was a heroic king from the 12th century, who led crusades in far-off lands. Alfred picked up the picture and studied it. Lionheart. That was his mum's pet name for him. Tears welled in the boy's eyes. He always felt unworthy of that name. He felt nothing like a hero. Having been ill all of his life, Alfred was used to being an object of pity. Sometimes he even pitied himself. Tears ran down his cheeks. He felt helpless to stop his mother being dragged away by the royal guards. Other important people had mysteriously disappeared in the night over the years. The Prime Minister, the Chief of Police, the head of the army. Even Alfred's grandmother had suffered the same fate. Lionheart. His mother's voice calling that name circled round and round in his mind. Lionheart. Lionheart had been a mighty warrior. Alfred needed to summon some of his great ancestor's spirit and do something, anything. Lionheart, he said out loud, and despite what he promised his mother, he opened his bedroom door.